first set of paying customers incidentally have happened this month itself, and it's an intra-level iteration of our overall program. So what we have gone ahead and done is, for a series of colleges across Faridabad, Bhopal, Indore, Bhubaneswar, Calcutta, Jamshedpur, Patna and Ranchi, we have connected these cities, and there have been instances of an IIT KGP event that we have connected this module with, and each of the e-cells that have contributed to these colleges have come up with their set of students, which have ranged from anywhere in between 350 to about 1400 students in one instance, and they have all given this EAAT, which was the Entrepreneurial Acumen Assessment Test, and we have enabled them to form smaller teams within, get into ideas, and those ideas mapped with their scores are providing for local solutions. So if I'm talking about a Faridabad, I'm talking about the bangle maker of Faridabad, the bangle making infants of Faridabad, the children who are put into such an industry at such tender age. Is there a solution that we have? Is there a social startup that can come up and save them from that economy? Similarly, in Jamshedpur, we are talking about mineral farming and how can we actually do away with the kind of reductive losses that we have in our mineral industry. So again, students have come up with technical solutions for that. In ISM Ranchi, we are talking about the education plethora and then the kind of lack of it in a state like Jharkhand, which is about 16% backward. So how do we integrate education? There have been startups with ideas which have come up there, and the ideas have been very local. We have what we have actually achieved is a set of sponsorships for each of these states. A lot of MNCs have come forward with their corporate social responsibility angles and have kind of contributed to an integration. So they have become one of our payees for the overall integration of the event. Plus, the event has also seen a lot of participation from the students. They have, for the first time, seen that their ideas are getting recognized, their ideas are getting mapped to their personalities, and they're meeting new people because of this. They're meeting investors, they're meeting speakers, they're meeting a bench of very renowned personalities of their areas. And their areas is specific here. We are being as local as possible to start with, because the day we start identifying the problems around us, startups will start to flourish, because then the solutions will become effective and innovative and one of a kind. So our first set of clients have been across these cities in one thread altogether, and the revenues have been great.
Our business original mission is like we'll go to different young entrepreneurs and help them the way needed. Now it evolved in the process, like we found a lot of things which the entrepreneurs know but they don't realize among themselves. To make them realize, you have to adopt different mechanisms. Like at first we have adopted the mechanism of gaining in the people who are experienced in the industry, but we found it later like they also need some academic addition into that, part of addition into that experience. So we are evolving right in time and we are gaining new markets for that. We are finding, for example, we first went to the e-cell of the different colleges. Now finding that the rural colleges, that the rural people, rural young India schools and colleges also providing new set of ideas which are more effective socially, more effective in a micromanaged way. Like for that part of the region, it is becoming very effective. So these things are evolving together and we are working on tapping those markets too.
And the original mission is actually to do away with the wrongs that we have kind of inculcated into the startup ecosystem very early in India's journey of actually realizing the kind of entrepreneurs that we can produce. The mission essentially in one line was to enable the students of India to think that they can be entrepreneurial. That's it. This was what VC Minds was about and is going to be about. We have long heard that Indian students do not have the acumen of being co-creators or innovators. They're very good workforces, they're very good resources, they're very talented back office people or front office people. For me, they are the change makers of tomorrow. For VC Minds, they are the change makers of today and tomorrow. So the mission remains almost intact. The present ecosystem, the fact that there are 100 investments in India and out of which 99 fail. So we claim to bring down that investment ratio of failure to about about 60 in 100 in our first year of operations. So every investor and every incubator and every accelerator who is hearing us out, please use our services, because the whole point behind having such a network of filtration, which is personality based, which is idea based, and yet with a very tutored understanding of who the student is, what his idea is, and how is his business plan actually going to be that effective, is something which all of you lack. So I'm being as overtly confident on this that there hasn't been one such approach across the world, across the best of colleges on the globe, which has tried to map a personality trait to the possibility of success or failure of a particular idea taking shape.
The experience of being incubated in Neotec Hub is very good. It's like I said, it provides the best kind of test bed, and it provides you with all the right kind of mentorship. Now we are in a space doing the thing of mentoring the young Indian academically and experience wise. Now we need a lot of connect for this kind of venture. These kind of connections and this kind of high profile different experience from the different industry and from different academic institutions are being done by Neotec in a very good way. So yeah, they are not only a case for an investment portfolio or those set up with different kind of investors, but they are also handholding you into different positions in the market.
Neotec Hub provides us a very unique opportunity in case of VC Minds, because it's an incubator, so it's one of the stakeholders of our overall process. It's a very generative kind of an incubator which accepts ideas which are going to be on top of what they are already allowing for. So they are already doing mentorship, they are already doing multiple programs for their startups, they are trying to make them investment ready, they are also trying to bring them traction. So where do we step in? And that is where Neotec has been very effective with regards to the simple fact that they have accepted VC Minds as their entry criteria. So if they are going to actually select the next generation of startups in their coming cohorts, it is going to be a synergy between VC Minds' ability to do the filtration process and Ambuja Neotec Hub's ability to integrate with that filtration, internal filtration. So that has been one of the cases. So they are a client to us, one. The other is they are a facilitator. The facilitating angle being the corporate house that Ambuja by itself is, they are involved with a lot of educational institutes in India, and they kind of take a lot of stake in a lot of academic activities across India, and VC gets a lot of leverage out of reaching out to such academic initiatives across India. So that's the biggest help and the initiations that we get from the Neotec Hub. And the money always speaks, so there's money to support all of this, so that is the other reason.